Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Best Today podcast. I am your host, Shantae Grant, and today I want to talk to you about 4 resources that we have to help you do one of the simplest ways that you can start practicing being proactive and intentional with your time, and that is through proactively planning your day before the day begins, okay? Which means the afternoon or evening before planning the next day, okay? Before I get started with talking about those, I do want to tell you I have created a resource for you. It is called the How to Preview Your Months, Weeks, and Days. I'm going to link to it in today's show notes at besttoday.co/97. It's over 20 pages. It is so thorough. It teaches you how to preview your months, right? And then gives you examples of each step and mock-ups. And then we move to the weeks, examples, definitions, mock-ups, and then the days, all in one place. You can get it. You can read all the 5-star reviews at besttoday.co/97. That's today's show note links. I'll link to it directly there. You can also find it directly on our website at besttoday.co. Because we're talking about planning your day. So I want to make sure you know how to do that. Because it's not just writing down a bunch of stuff. We're not doing that, right? We're not living by laundry lists that don't take into account who we are. Being before doing. The being is what makes your doing powerful. So if you're trashing or not giving space and time for you as a human being, it's going to show up in the doings that you do, okay? So now that we have that understood, agreed, all right, touching and agreeing, let's talk about proactively planning your days. Well, if you don't know, it is a core teaching here at Best Today. It's actually probably one of the first things that I really started talking about so openly when we started Best Today as a company, proactively planning your days, right? And I wouldn't teach you and tell you that something is important and simple enough to get started with as a first step without providing you with the resources and the tools you need to do just that. So I'm going to talk to you about 4 that are available to you right now, this second. Let's go through them, okay? So the very first resource that we have is the Best Today Guide. There are episodes, there are videos talking to you about the Best Today Guide, which is our 14-week undated, better than a planner, for lack of better words. Within that, right, one of the steps in the Best Today Guide is proactively planning your day. And within that, what you have is space to write your rise time, what time you're going to get up, right? We're going to be intentional in our day from the start to finish. Your morning routine, and don't be afraid of those words. That just means, what are you going to do for you when you wake up to transition between I'm just opening my eyes and the things that you need to do today, okay? Your evening routine, don't be afraid by that term. That just means, what am I going to do to transition myself from, that was a day, like my day is done, to rest and sleep. Bookends of your day, right? There is a place for you to write out what you're going to do for your mental, emotional, and physical well-being for the day. Notice, man, she's talking about planning your day, and we haven't even started talking about all the to-dos. Yeah, because we don't do that here, right? We don't even do to-dos. We'll talk about that in a second. So all of this is at the top portion of how you plan your day in the daily planning page in the Best Today Guide. Then there's a place for you to write out your priority or most important thing for the day. Because it's really important to understand this is kind of the most important thing today, my focus for the day. This is the thing I want to make sure at the end of the day that this was accomplished. And that doesn't always have to be a task. That could be that I remained positive in my thinking, that I spoke kindly to myself, that I ate lunch, that I ate 3 meals, that I drank X number of water. So again, it doesn't always have to be a task. That is your most important thing. But that is that space for there. And then there is your space for your results and outcomes. What are those necessary things that you need to accomplish, make progress on in the day within your capacity? Okay. That is in the Best Today Guide. You have that for every day of the week for 14 weeks, of course, alongside the Get It Intentional starting pages within the Best Today Guide, your place where you can break down your months, your weeks, every single week, and your days. So all of that is encompassed together in the Best Today Guide. That's resource number 1, right? Number 2 is what we did was We took that My Daily Plan page from the Best Today Guide and turned that into its own product by itself, freestanding in a notepad, because we understand some people aren't ready for or in a season where the full Best Today Guide is what they need or want, but they love the intentionality and proactively planning the way it does in the Best Today Guide. So the My Daily Planning Pad is available to you right now. It is literally 50 pages in a notepad of that. So you have 50 days that you can go through. And what I love is that we've set it up on subscribe for you so that when you order it, you can just hit subscribe and we will send you another one before you finish those 50 days. And so you set it and forget it. And now that's another way to be proactive about making sure you have the tools and resources that you need. So you have the Best Today Guide, which gives you our full system, right? Planning your weeks, your days, looking at the review at the end, and really being intentional about defining what's coming up. That's number one. Number two is, if you just really love that planning page, we've turned that into its own standalone product, the Daily Planning Pad. So it's the exact same setup, rise time, morning routine, evening routine, mental, emotional wellness, today's first priority, results and outcomes, right? And that also is available to you at besttoday.co. Now, number three is, I hate to say favorites and play favorites, but I really, really love this. And here's why. Because I know this is the product that so many people in our world need. And then when I say our world, well, literally our world, but I mean the people who are in the Best Today world, but still are like, I don't know, I don't think the Best Today Guide is exactly what I need. And then I need these things to put these places. And I understand everyone's brains work differently. This is for the visual person as well. This is the Today's Results and Outcomes Pad, and it comes in 3 sizes, which I love, again, because I know this one is going to be so popular, particularly amongst those of you who are new to Best Today and really learning these new practices. So 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. The exact dimensions are online. We're going to link to all of these products in the show notes. What you need to know is that what I love about this product is that in one place, you can intentionally plan and capture the important activity in your day. So not only proactively plan, but also throughout the day, have a place to capture the things that tend to happen in our days. So on this pad, which comes in 3 sizes, you have space for, again, those results and outcomes, what is necessary in the day. There's a place for your next and future steps, all those things that come up as you're in the day. Oh, okay, so now next week you need me to do this. Okay, I can write that down in my next and future steps so I know that's coming up next. Then there's an add to calendar. We're going to meet next Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Okay, let me write that down. And a place for your distractions, hurdles, questions, and issues. Those things that come up throughout the day that you need to address somehow or later. And then what you have at the end of your day, now on your one pad from that day, the things you did today, the things that need to come up that you can then place on the calendar, under the add to calendar, the next and future steps, you can go in and add that where it needs to go, or add that to your weekly clear your mind, wherever that goes, those next future steps. And then you can address the distractions, hurdle, questions, and issues. You take that off, you toss it in the trash, and then you move on to your next day. I love this product. Who made this? Oh, it was me. Okay, so let's talk about the sizing. So we made small, medium, and large. I made small, medium, and large because I thought about the small I actually use on the weekends because I have fewer things that I'm doing. And so it's really helpful for me also to take along with me. I can fit it in my purse, which is fantastic. It actually fits in some of my belt bags as well. But the different sizes allow you to get something small if you don't have a lot of full days, or if you want to use them for the weekends, or if you don't tend to have as many things going on. The medium can fit also into most purses, work bags. The large can also fit into your laptop work bag. You can take that with you. There's a bundle if you want to get one of each size so that you can use it based on what the day's bringing, or if you're going to be traveling with it, or if it's going to stay stationary on your desk or at home. It gives you so much flexibility in having the 3 sizes. But what I love is in this one place, you can put all the things and capture them in one place for your day. No more multiple sticky pads and notes over here, or email to yourself, or voice note to yourself. You have a place to put all those things that happen in your day in this on the page for that day. At At Best Today, we exist to help women just like you be your best one today at a time. So each week on the podcast, we are going to highlight your stories and your voices. So let's see what's in the inbox today. This week, we have a 5-star review of the How to Preview Your Months, Weeks, and Days manual coming from Rachel, who writes, easy to use and thorough, all caps, way to get your life together. This guide is perfection, all caps. It's easy to follow and incredibly thorough. There are both explanations and examples for each section. Highly recommend doing a read through of all the pages and then sitting down and working through your month, week, and or days with the guide there to, guide you. It really does guide you through the entire process, and each step is key to making planning your life the best it can be. Thank you so much, Rachel, for the 5-star review and for getting started with this manual. You can download yours right now by going to besttoday.co/CTONE. That stands for C-Tone. We will link to it in today's show notes at besttoday.co/97. Again, this manual walks you through how to preview and plan your months, your weeks, and your days. Not only do we give you examples, I give you my method on how to do it. I give you examples of each step individually for month, week, and days, and then mock-ups so you can see what that looks like in real life. I then give you pages of answering the most frequently asked questions. Everything you need is in this 20 plus page manual. I forget, it's over 20 pages, and it is so, like she said, thorough. So go download yours right now. I always say this is the first stop on your Best Today journey. So if you have never purchased anything from Best Today, or if you have, you need to make sure this is the one I believe that you start with, because it then teaches you how to do those foundational things like previewing and planning your months, your weeks, and your days. It is linked in today's show notes at besttoday.co/97, or you can go directly there by going to besttoday.co/CTone, or going under the planning and routine section of the website. You can't miss it. Go to besttoday.co. If you go to shop, you'll find it there as well. Go get that manual right now. Thanks so much again, Rachel, for the 5-star review. So that is the today's results and outcome pad. It comes in 3 sizes: large, medium, and small. You can see those online, and we're going to link to them in the show notes at besttoday.co/97. Okay. That is the results and outcome pad. And I love her so much, because I know this was a missing piece in helping those of you who don't use the Best Today guide, but want to proactively plan your days, but know there are certain things in your day you also wanted to capture. So excited for you all. Okay. And number 4 is the Today's One Thing. Now, this was our a bestseller when she first launched. I made Today's One Thing with the person in mind who is like totally brand new. You're here about Best Today. You want to start being proactive. You want to really take care of your mental, emotional, physical wellness, but you're just like, I need a small step. I also thought about postpartum moms, who I know a lot of you purchase these for gifts for postpartum moms, and as well as therapists who work with women who are either expecting or postpartum, because it really just helps you to focus in on 4 things. So the Today's One Thing literally says, today's one thing I will do today for my mental health, my emotional health, my physical health, and then one important result and outcome for today. And that could be for the person who's really trying to you're coming out of recovery from something, you're just taking a small step, or your days just really aren't that full. And what you need to do is just focus really on, I'm going to focus on what I need to do for my health. And then there's one task I might want to do in the day, or, something, this is the main thing. These were created with you in mind. Again, excellent for so many. I don't even want to narrow with examples, but if that sounds like, oh, this is where I am, right? So I really want to meet you where you are. If you know one of these products is like, I need to get that for such and such, my coworker, my friend, my cousin, my neighbor, my whomever, go ahead, send them the link or go on and get it for them. How about that, right? Those are the 4 ways we have for you. The Best Today Guide, which gives you our full-blown system. The daily plan, which comes straight from the Best Today Guide, but gives you just that daily plan page. The results and outcomes that comes in 3 sizes for you. And Today's One Thing, which Today's One Thing I will also say is a smaller size. It is a 5x7 pad, and it is chef's kiss. Again, if you are just getting started or you don't have a lot on your plate, or you just really want to start with the practice of, I'm going to make sure I'm going to list out how I'm going to prioritize every day my mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Okay. Those are what we have for you. All of those will be linked in the show notes at besttoday.co/97. I also want to remind you that you can get the manual where I teach you how to not only plan your days, but your months and your weeks in the manual, which is also available at besttoday.co. We'll link to that at besttoday.co/97, the show notes to this episode as well. So now you have no excuses. One of these 4 products will work for you in proactively planning your day. The question is, which one or multiples that are you going to get? I can't wait to find out. You can get them all right now at besttoday.co. And we'll link to each one of them individually in the show notes at besttoday.co/97. Because proactively planning your days, I cannot tell you, you have to just trust me on it. I tell you what, I'll dare you. I'll say, trust me on this, and you try to proactively plan your days for 30 days straight. And if it does not help you, you come back and you see me and we'll talk about it. Okay. Email me hello@besttoday.co. The team will get that email to me. Let's talk about it, because that's how much I know what it has done for so many women across the country, so many humans across the country, across the world, worldwide. So besttoday.co/97 and get the links to each of those and order those that you want for you or someone you know. How about both? Thank you for being present with me for this week's episode of the Best Today podcast. Until next time, remember that you are capable and worthy of being your best one today at a time. And you have everything you need to have everything you want. So go on and shout it out as you live it out. This is what my best today looks like. I'll talk to you on the next episode. If you enjoyed this week's episode of the Best Today podcast, you are going to love the Best Today Guide. Our Better Than a Planner guide teaches you how to get clear on what you want, identify your self-destructive habits and behaviors, and intentionally create space to prioritize yourself every single day. Don't go the journey to being your best one today at a time without the Best Today Guide. See inside its pages and order yours today at besttodayguide.com. Even better, when you order the Best Today Guide, we gift you with your first month free inside of the Best Today membership. So what are you waiting for? We're giving you everything you need to trade busy for intention. Go to besttodayguide.com and order yours today and join thousands of women across the globe proclaiming each day, this is what my best today looks like.